Hi, this is Rick Eymer with the Palo Alto Weekly. We're here today with Natalie Grover. She's a senior outside hitter with the Menlo-Atherton volleyball team. Last week, she had 20 kills against Terra Nova and another 12 against San Mateo, leading the team in both games and both wins. She's our Athlete of the Week for helping Menlo-Atherton remain in first place into the second half of the season. Anyway, we can start there and just kind of talk about those two games and what they mean for the rest of the season.
I think those two games, as they were the end of our first half of the season, really helped us gain the confidence we have going into the second half of the season. So they were great games. Both teams played really great, and so I think it's just a great start to the second half of the season.
Great. And, looking forward, you're going to try to defend your title, still in first place. Obviously, there's a couple of tough games coming up. I guess you play Aragon one more time. Kind of just talk about if you reestablish any goals, or you're just moving on from one game to the next.
Well, I think we are always looking from one game to the next, and with every team, especially this league is super tough this year. A lot of teams are doing really great and have given us definitely a big challenge. So yeah, we are maintaining those goals, continuing to work hard in practice, watching film. So we're continuing on our path in league against some really tough teams, which is really exciting and has been a lot of fun.
Right. Now, you opened the season, I think, by finishing second at the Spike Fest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, against Menlo we didn't play in Spike Fest, but in the Menlo tournament we placed third.
Third, okay, that's what I was referring to. But I mean, you had to beat some good teams there, and kind of talk about being in a tournament like that.
Well, tournaments are a great opportunity to play teams that are out of our league, some of the private schools, which all are great competition along with the public schools. So tournaments are always great competition, and so it gives us a chance to play everyone and really face some new opponents that we don't in league, which is really awesome.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know you were the team leader in kills, but you haven't always been every game. You have kind of a varied attack, and how does that help you and the other people on the team?
Well, I think this team's really special in that we have a lot of options for hitters. We have some really dominant hitters. Emma Spint has been a great leader on the team, including Merritt and Samaya, who have also been huge leaders on kills in many of the games. So I think this team is super special in that we have a great spread on offense and are always looking for more options on hitting.
Right. Now, that reminded me of something I wanted to ask. Do you guys ever measure how hard you guys can hit a ball? And I mean, because Merritt, I'm sure, would be right up there. Yeah,
we've never done that, but we have done serving in the past, where you can measure how hard people serve. But it'd be very interesting to see how hard people would hit. I'm sure Merritt would be one of the leader, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, also, I know you're not anything, you're not second best to anybody in that regard. I know you like to hit, and it doesn't really matter sometimes how the size. It's the technique is involved in that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's a big part of the game. There's hitting hard, which is obviously important, but there's also placement of the ball, which I would say is more important, because that's how, if a team is blocking you over and over again, it really comes down to placing the ball on the court.
Right. Now, you play the whole rotation, so you get to play the back row all the time. And how fun are digs, or especially if you have to, dive for a dig or something, and they're important things because it keeps the ball alive.
Well, I love back row just as much as I love playing front row. I think back row, you see so much of the court, and you do get an opportunity to dive all over the court, which I find super fun, along with my other players. So I think both front row and back row are super fun. I'm so happy I get to play both.
Great. Now, I understand you're committed to Dartmouth to play volleyball there, which is going to be in the same league as your older sister, so that'll be interesting. Kind of talk about that decision and what you're looking forward to.
I'm feel super lucky to be going to Dartmouth. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for both volleyball and academically. I think it's really exciting that my sister's also in that league, and that we'll be able to see each other playing on opposite side of the net. So I'm really looking forward to it and feel really grateful.
Great. So we've been talking to Natalie Grover. She was our Athlete of the Week this week, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And if you want to find out about next week's Athlete of the Week, hit that subscribe button down below or visit us at pasportsonline.com.